It was pretty clear North Korea was up to something. Satellites spotted movement of materials over the last 48 hours. Yesterday, South Koreans reported missile tracing radar was switched on at a North Korean base. Slivers of evidence are all you can glean from a country that from space is as dark as it is isolated. So how do we know what North Korea is really up to? That's our question of the day. Some look for answers in the sea.
The sea is a far better place for North Korea to get access to these materials. It's murkier, it's harder to track.
Robert Hewish of Dalhousie University has recently seen ships stop broadcasting their location right as they near North Korean waters. He suspects some vessels are trying to skirt the sanctions in the name of keeping North Korea's nuclear program functioning.
To have any sort of aggressive weapons program that involve nuclear material or intercontinental ballistic missiles, you require fuel, you require resources, you require parts, you even require computer programs. There are so few boats actually entering North Korean waters, the list of suspects just got a lot smaller.
Then there are the images North Korea releases on purpose. It's pumped up propaganda. Only sometimes in those pictures, there is intel likely leaked out by accident. Scott Lafoy is an imagery analyst with a specialty in missile programs. We went to him because in the blur of propaganda, he sees what the rest of us don't.
In July of last year, Kim Jong-un oversaw the launch of several Scud missiles. He oversaw the launch of these missiles from a highway that was basically two-lane highway, split down the middle with shrubbery. And then his camo tent, he very frequently will travel with this tent with screens up to protect the location that he's at, makes it harder for him to be found, makes it harder for people like us or governments to predict where he is going to be for the next test. But there is a small yellow signature that showed up, and this yellow stripe is a hazard marker from a tunnel. And there's only a few places in North Korea that have both this kind of hazard marker and this type of road. So we narrowed it down to about 3 locations, 4 locations he possibly could be in, and one that he very likely was in, the site. It helps us predict how their missiles work and sort of what level of technology they're at. In this case, it showed us they have increased mobility with their missile systems and that they are not locked in place, which allows us to sort of predict where, in the event of war, what their operational area would look like.
The imagery may even be able to reveal who is helping North Korea. Have a look at these engines, specifically what's known as their plumbing. Lafoy says the designs echo those of the former Soviet Union. And those 2 tubes on this North Korean missile truck, awfully similar to a famous Russian ICBM truck. Now, it's not proof. These are educated hunches from analysts hanging on to every pixel, every sound from the hermit nation. And you know, Andrew, the thing is, one thing we know for sure is that with each new test, there's always a burst of imagery to analyze, and they're just waiting for it.